Very good, sir. General Drew's plane will be ready for takeoff tomorrow at 1600. Right. Thank you. Now, Oldham, about your problem. I know you need an assistant hangar chief. Well, I'm expecting a replacement any moment.
Lieutenant Lawton.
Yes.
Master Sergeant Clinton Childs reporting for duty, sir.
Oh, glad to have you with us, Childs. I've been expecting you. You can go with Sergeant Oldham. You're going to be his new assistant hangar chief.
Well, no offense, sir, but I sort of had something else in mind.
But your records show that you're qualified for that duty, and records don't lie.
Well, I know they don't, sir, but they don't tell you what a man is really like either. You see, I sort of had other plans. I want to be a cook.
A cook? Cook. Well, there's nothing on your record to qualify you for food service.
That's what I'm talking about, sir. The Air Force has got no imagination. Once they find out a man can keep a plane in the air, well, that's it. That's why I've been trying to get transferred to food service. But every time I bring it up, boom, I get moved to another base.
Well, you have been moved around quite a bit, haven't you? Well, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about it.
But somebody's got to listen to me, sir. After all, there's no reason why the Air Force and me shouldn't see eye to eye on this thing. I'm not being unreasonable. You know the kind of chow we get. Now, if they had a man like me in the right place...
I have nothing to do with Air Force regulations, Sergeant. If you don't like them, I suggest that you get out of the service.
But I'm a 30-year man, sir. I'm not the civilian type. Besides, I don't mind working on airplanes. It's just that I'd rather cook.
Did you ever think about getting married? You had a home of your own, you could try out your cooking on the little woman.
There's nothing in regulations about a guy having to be married just because he likes to cook. Besides, women ain't epicures. They don't even know how to toss a nice green salad.
And I suppose you can.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Sergeant, how did you get on this cooking business?
Why, through being in the Air Force, sir. That's the reason they're silly not to take advantage of my talent. Why, a guy keeps his eyes open, you've got no idea the recipes he can pick up. It all started with Alphonse.
Who?
Alphonse.
Alphonse.
Yeah. You see, my B-17 got knocked down over France during the war, and I hid out with these resistance guys. Alphonse was their leader. Before the war, he'd been a chef. Oh, there was a guy who'd had the word. He could take a few frostbitten onions in a helmet, along with some moldy tomatoes and a beat-up rooster and some herbs, and boom, it came out chicken cacciatore.
How did he find the time? I believe you said he was the leader of this resistance group.
Oh, he was. But the war was just a sideline with him. But when it came to food, he didn't let anything get in his way. I'll never forget the time we shot that rabbit. And while I pinned the enemy down in the farmhouse with a Bren gun, Alphonse sneaked out to the barn, milked the cow, stole a few mushrooms, and that night we had fricasseed hare that I still dream about. That was the first time he ever let me help him. He said I had a real flair for it.
And you've wanted to be an Air Force cook ever since?
Well, it just sort of grew on me. I picked up a few ideas in Germany after the war, and then I transferred down to Italy, investigating their olive oil and pasta. And I even put in for an overseas tour in Japan.
That'll do, Childs. Now, I need a new assistant hangar chief, not a walking menu. I've got my own problems on this base. You're not going to be one of them.
Very good, sir. But I still aim to be a cook. Somehow or other, I'm going to get to be a cook.
Sergeant, you better make the usual crew check of the General C-47. Flight schedule for 1600.
Three-star fly guy using a C-47 for his own plane? He rates at least 4 engines.
General Drew likes it, and what General Drew likes is all that matters around this base, Giles.
General Drew, hey, wait a minute. Isn't that the guy that used to have his own galley in his plane?
That's him. Where did you meet him?
Wiesbaden. Oh, there was a real general for you. None of that GI chow for him. Why, he had an Alsatian chef that was famous all over the ETO. I remember one time...
Well, there you are, Oldham. Well, you better assign a crew chief to General Drew's plane immediately. Takeoff spin change to 0900.
Yes, sir. I'll assign Stewart, sir.
No dice. His leave's been extended. Unless you dig up somebody else, you'll have to crew the crate yourself.
Sir, if I can be of any help, I cut my teeth on C-47s in the Pacific.
I thought you wanted to be a cook.
Oh, well, I do, sir, but... Well, I'm the type of guy who always puts the Air Force first.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. All right. She's your baby. Report to operations at once.
I'm a double, sir. Oh, say, can I go into town for a few minutes? I want to do a little shopping.
Of course.
Okay.
Nothing like a firm hand with these oddballs, Sergeant. He snapped right into line.
I wouldn't be too sure about it, sir. He was asking if that was the same General Drew who always had a private chef. Now he wants to do some shopping.
Well, he's got a little surprise in store for him, then. You see, he doesn't know that the flight surgeon is treating the General for stomach trouble.
Sergeant Childs, your crew chief, sir.
Childs, eh?
Yes, sir.
I know you.
Served with the general in Germany, sir. I know what the general likes.
You do, eh?
Yes, sir.
We'll see. This is Captain Cameron, co-pilot.
Captain?
Sergeant Doherty, get this show on the road. We're due at March Field at 1500.
Yes, sir. You, getting a little hungry, General?
Right. Clear to runway 6, sir. Wind west 12 miles.
What are you doing?
I can't get this thing started.
Oh, well, I'm always glad to be of service to a lady. There you are. That's all there is to it. Now you just turn up the rheostats until the burners glow. Catch?
Thank you. Now I have to find a pot and boil some water.
Oh, you gonna do a little laundry?
Laundry?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook the General's lunch. I'm a dietitian. The flight surgeon sent me along to cook all of his meals.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna fix the General's meals. You don't even know what he likes.
Oh, it's not what the General likes. It's what the flight surgeon will let him eat. He's going to have lamb broth and milquetoast, period.
Lamb broth? You can't do this to me.
What can't I do to you? Please, leave me alone.
But the General don't look sick to me.
The flight surgeon will be very happy to hear you say that.
Wait a minute, get away from that oven. What are you trying to do, spoil my casserole? That's a special treat I fixed for the General before we took off.
Casserole? Are you crazy? If the lamb broth doesn't upset the General, he can have poached eggs for dinner.
Poached eggs?
Oh, I knew this would happen.
What's that?
I told the flight surgeon that I can't even look at Ferris wheels without getting sick.
Oh.
I've only been up twice.
Well, it's just a little turbulence. It usually gets worse.
Oh! What am I going to do?
No. You just leave everything to me. Everything's going to be all right. Now, come along. Here we are.
Thank you.
Just go in there.
All right.
The tail waggle may bother you a little bit, but it's still the safest place in the plane. General's lunch is ready, sir.
Baby food, you mean? Well, I might as well get it over with. Hold it as is, Cameron.
Yes, sir.
Onion soup. It's about time that flight surgeon came to his senses. I read him off just yesterday. Nothing like direct action, Sergeant. Always remember that.
You can say that again, sir.
Wonderful meal, Sergeant. Just wonderful. Sorry I couldn't leave a little for you.
Oh, that's all right, sir. Now, you take that casserole.
Ah, I must get the recipe for that casserole. Haven't tasted anything so good in years. What's that? Where's that girl?
The door must have jammed on her, sir. I'll get her right out.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! What do you mean by locking me in there? I get a hold of you, you being General Drew.
Door got jammed on you, eh? Well, that happens on the best of planes. Oh, that casserole was superb. And that onion soup.
Onion soup? General Drew, do you feel all right?
Never better. First meal I've had in months that hasn't upset me. My congratulations, young lady.
But, sir...
Yes, Sir Doherty, you're an inspired cook.
But, General...
And I'm certainly going to speak to the flight surgeon about you.
See, General... Shh. Oh, you got your nerve taking the bows.
Bows? I just hope I'm not here for the inquest when he drops dead in the cockpit.
Drops dead. Now, just a minute.
He's going to speak to the flight surgeon about me. You're going to explain all of this to the air police, Buster. I'm turning you in the minute this plane touches ground.
Turning me in for what? There's nothing in the regulations against me cooking a little meal for the general.
That's not going to be the charge. I'm reporting you for locking me in. At least that'll square me with my boss.
Well, what about me? Just because you're a little upset, but... Gas fumes. There must be something wrong.
This is another one of your gags.
Oh. So there are gas fumes aft.
I know. I'm trying to nurse it into the nearest field. Get in your chutes and brief Doherty on escape procedures.
Yes, sir. Over here, sister. Have you ever had one of those on before?
No, not for real.
Oh, I'll explain it fast. Now, the one thing you got to remember is that when the bell sounds, you go out head first.
You go out head first.
Then you pull the yellow handle.
Pull your head first.
Yeah, never put it on till you turn around. You haven't got time.
Last radio check said we should be over Owens Field any minute. We better.
There it is, sir, dead ahead.
Pull rich. We're going straight in. Lower gear.
Gear lowered and locked, sir.
For a while there, it looked as if you weren't going to need those air police. Come on, get going. This thing can still catch fire. General?
Didn't expect you just to drop in this way, Frank.
Captain Cameron, Sergeant Doherty.
Sergeant, I don't mind telling you that kind of sweated you down.
Felt a little strain myself. Believe me, I'd have never made it on that skimmed milk. Luckily, I just had my first good meal since I left Germany.
You come with me, and I'll treat you to one of the best meals you've had.
Hop in, General. Keep right after them, Captain. I can't be too late at March Field. I'd hold up those staff conferences.
Keep right on it, sir.
Oh, Captain. There's something I should tell you.
Save it for California. Well, you heard what the old man said. If we're not airworthy in a few hours, we'll all be looking for new jobs. You get started on the airplane, and I'll check the weather.
Yes, sir. Look, Doherty, you gotta be reasonable about this. The captain came right out and told you to save your beef for March Field. You can always turn me into the air police there.
All right, Charles. Marshfield it is. Charles, there's nothing personal about this. It's just that I have to keep the record straight. If the general should have an attack...
But...
Hey, Chief, we found your trouble. The booster pump broke the fuel injector valve when he switched from the auxiliary to the main tanks.
Oh.
The only trouble is we can't fix it here.
What do you mean you can't fix it? Your service stock will have some replacements.
Oh, no, not for a C-47. Best we can do is call Ogden. Even if they got one, it won't get here until tomorrow. Well, I don't like it any better than you do. General Braxton will really read us off for grounding you people. He can get awful tough, that general.
Yeah, can't they all? It's, fuel selector valve, huh? We had that same trouble in Okinawa. I took a neoprene seal and... Have you got any seals in your hydraulic shop?
Well, you can have every seal in the joint if it'll help any. I'll get them myself.
Come on, let's go.
Think it'll work, Chief?
It's gotta work.
Maintenance hanger. Who? Oh, yeah, he's right here. Just a minute. Some dame wants you on the horn here, Chief.
Dame? I don't know any women around here.
Says her name's Doherty.
Oh. Yeah, what now?
I'm stuck. Stuck.
Oh, would you mind repeating that, Doherty?
I said I'm stuck. Stuck. The general sent his car for me, and the next thing I knew, I was in Braxton's kitchen. He practically kidnapped me.
Why don't you tell it to the air police?
What do you mean, why don't I tell the air police? Oh, look, Childs, you've got to help me. General Drew bet General Braxton $10 I could cook a better dinner than the chef of the local officers club. I don't even know where to start.
That's what you get for stealing my bows. You heard me, Doherty. It wouldn't surprise me none if the general personally fixes up a little court-martial for you. When he finds out that you made a fool of him, not to mention losing $10, he's liable to flip his lid.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
You forget about that business of turning me in when we reach Marshfield, and I'll set up a dinner that those guys will never forget.
If you think you can blackmail me, child.
How are we coming along, young lady? I already have General Braxton drooling over that luncheon you prepared for me.
I'm just getting started, sir. I have to order a few supplies, sir. All right, Charles. You win. What do I do first?
Well, I've got to get this plane fixed or it'll be my neck, see? So I'll run the whole operation from here. Now, first I'll send out some stuff I brought along in my flight kit. I was figuring on fixing the general another special dinner on the flight back, so we'll use that. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Can you get a driver to take a bag out to General Braxton's and deliver it through the back door?
Well, anything you want, Chief. Don't you think we better get started on the plane?
Oh, look, one thing at a time. Get going, will you?
Okay.
Now, look, you write these recipes down as I give them to you. Wait a minute, hold it. And report back to me. Yeah. Now, first we'll start with a guacamole salad.
Guacamole. What?
Guacamole salad. Now, listen carefully. You grind 2 medium-sized onions, a clove of garlic, 4 medium-sized tomatoes.
Oh, wait. You're going too fast.
4 small hot chilies, 4 avocados, a teaspoonful of lime juice, and add salt and pepper.
Chief, the seal still don't fit. I mean, the valve is
Oh, did you use 5 parts of olive oil to 1 part of tarragon vinegar?
You think it'd help?
Think what would help?
Well, if we put oil and vinegar...
No, take it out and try it again. No, look, did you use the 4 small hot chilies?
Yes.
And a teaspoonful of lime juice?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now we'll get to the beef stroganoff. Now take that piece of beef.
Hmm?
And a knife.
Yeah.
1 Bermuda onion. Finely chopped. 1 small tomato sliced fine. Well, what's the matter?
Well,
No. Take it, you didn't put the... Yeah, that's it. Now you got it. No, you haven't got it. No, he's got it.
All I know is they had 2 helpings of the guacamole.
Now I can't find the base
Basil.
Who's he?
Something's burning. Hold on. I'll be right back.
It's gotta work this time.
Oh, yeah, but Chief, with all this talk about beef stroganoff... Hey, you don't suppose she's been feeding them neoprene seals?
Here, it's all set. Hello? Yeah, how you coming? Oh. Well, look, just keep serving them the beef stroganoff. Now, the trick is to finish off with something big, see? We'll use the Cherries Jubilee.
Hey, Chief, it works. The valve assembly fits fine.
Not so loud.
Huh?
No, not you, Doherty. We're in business, huh?
Yeah.
We're in business!
Well, Chief, shall we eat it or put it in the plane?
Get going. Say, that tastes pretty good. You're making that... But then, of course, you were just following my recipe. Well, now we'll fix the Cherries Jubilee. You get a chafing dish, and I'll get the ice cream out of the refrigerator. Oh, if I could only serve the Cherries Jubilee myself. You have to have a certain... But then it wouldn't be good if they were to see me now.
Well, young lady, you've done it again. General Braxton already has insisted upon paying off his bet. Probably I should have waited until after dessert and made him pay double.
Yes, sir.
Ah, Cherries Jubilee. My favorite dessert. You, what are you doing in my kitchen?
Well,
I thought you were taking care of the plane, Childs.
Oh, the plane is airworthy, sir. It's ready to go whenever the general is. I just stopped in to see Doherty here.
Childs, what are you doing with that,
Sir, General, sir, I think I can explain this. You see, I've been taking lessons from Sergeant Childs. In a manner of speaking, you might say he's responsible for this entire meal.
Aha. I told you no woman could cook like that, Frank. All the great chefs are men.
Thank you, sir.
Looks like you owe me the 10.
Come to think of it, young lady, until today, you showed only a remarkable talent for making lamb broth taste exactly like lamb broth. And then Childs reported aboard and,
Well, you see, sir, it was like this.
Sir, you know what the flight surgeon said.
I suggest you let me handle the flight surgeon. And I might have you cook a few meals for him. It would do wonders with that disposition of his.
Oh, excuse me, General. Thank you, sir. That's wonderful. Maybe now you can have me transferred to food service.
Certainly not. I'm keeping you as my personal crew chief, with the understanding, of course, that you'll supervise my galley at all times. Well, don't stop now. We're waiting for the Cherry Jubilee.
Yes, sir.
Nice-looking couple, aren't they?
Oh, if you could only cook.